Hello all and welcome back to Nordhold Origins. I know we did an earlier look at it earlier in the week. That was from the standpoint where we didn't really have anything unlocked. This one, we spent a little bit more time on it. Got pretty much everything unlocked again, and as you can see here, the scoreboard from my last run, that puts us in the top 12%. Does that mean we won? No. Doesn't mean we won at all. But I figured we'd give it one more look and have a little bit more fun with this one, just because it's a fun game. So one of the things you do get to unlock is the option to start with a random relic. So you got a couple to choose from. It's all randomized. You can have elite enemies with less or 20% less HP. Every time you leave the market, you receive 30% spell damage. Increase life points at the town gate by 10. Grant 50% chance for workers to produce plus 4 resources per work cycle. Important to note, gold only yields half. All your towers gain 50% accuracy, so this ignores block chance. And yes, the enemies do have a block chance. And also an option to gain plus 3 gold per wave, which is stackable. This, however, resets stack to 0 when spending gold. We're going to grab this one. Now, there's a couple things that have been unlocked. We have the option to build a tower, trading posts. We have a hero tower, so we increase our hero spells damage by 20% every 5 waves. We also have access to the castle, which in the castle we can actually go ahead and increase tax burden and actually make our workers generate gold each wave, which is great. That's the thing as before. We're going to hire some workers. We're going to focus a little bit more on I think we're going to focus a little bit more on a little bit of everything right off the bat. We're going to build a tavern so that we increase our productivity by 30%. We've increased this from the start of 10%. We've upgraded it a couple times. So even without beer, we're currently generating 30% more per worker. So instead of just doing the 10, we're doing 13 wood, as it were. We're going to focus a little bit more on wheat, so that way we can hire a new worker next turn. And we're going to drop a tower. Now we also have access to our arrow towers, our volcanic mortars. We also unlocked the arc tower. We've also unlocked a raven tower, which is a very powerful tower. This one does like one shot every... Ooh. It's a very long delay, but it does like over 1,000 damage. It's very nice for pinpoint damage. We also have access to the runestone tower, which is a very short range tower. As you can see here, not very good. Costs stone, costs gold. Does a lot of damage very quickly. And I'll just give you... do I want to run this or do I want to run arrow towers right off the bat? You know, for the first couple of waves, I think we'll do arrow towers. There's no height bonuses available except for right here. And we are going to focus on fire rate for this tower. And just like before, we're going to crack open the next area and see what we get. We're going to speed it up just a little bit. And there we go, on to the next wave. What to do? Brewery would be nice. Quarry would be even better. Let's hire that extra worker and start focusing a little bit more on maybe getting some more wood. So we can unlock the quarry and start working on these more powerful towers. Require a little bit more stone. Arc tower does require a mix. And same with runestone tower, but that requires rock and gold. And we're getting 8 gold a turn at the moment. I would also like to build a trading post, so that way we can get some more gold per turn, but that's going to have to wait for a second. Yeah, we might actually want more than one tower here. And I've probably already wasted a fair bit. I think we'll be able to get it. And we did. Alright. So 30. Gotta wait one more turn. We'll have another worker next turn. I think we're good. With a number of towers we have, I believe. At least at this stage in the waves. Indeed we were. Alright, so now we got a bunch of common things. I want to re-roll till we get a rare. Hey, this is a little bit better. So we can add a bleed, or we can increase the fire rate of our towers by 32%. This is actually really good. I'm gonna grab that right off the bat. Now, before we do the next wave, what do we want to do? We got some choke points here we could probably play with a little bit. And we do have wood for maybe a quarry if we want. Let's not forget our worker. You know, the way things are going right now, we could probably drop a rune tower here in this choke point, and this should actually be quite beneficial for us. Not a very big range, but like I said, she does a fair bit of damage. 30 damage. She has a fire rate of 8 times a second, so very, very quick. Now, if we wanted to, we could probably spend a little gold. Up some damage. I think we're going to leave it for now. And our arrow towers do exactly what they're supposed to. So let's grab... we got 2 choices here. Tower construction costs are reduced by 25%, but the cost reduction of tower upgrades per wave is no longer applied. So every wave of gold's cost for an upgrade drops by 5. If we grab this one, that drop does not happen. But tower cost is reduced by 25% for the next 5. It's kind of beneficial that way. The other one is, of course, the next 5 waves. The chance of encountering uncommon banners increases. We have some rerolls, so I'm not too worried about that one. We could also reroll this, but I actually think this is not a bad thing to take. Especially if you're planning on actually buying towers. Which we kind of sort of are. Let's build another house. I'm actually going to drop the wood for 1 turn and spike that one. So we should get another worker next turn. There we go. Not bad, not bad. Alright, so now we get a chance to choose a hero. So we have Ingolf. He does beer productivity plus 10% and actually gives +1 jump for our arc towers. Kareem brings 100 wood and arrow tower range plus 15%. And Harold. We have gold per worker and gold mine +1. And wood per worker in lumberjack camps +2. So we have the wood jump right now, plus tower range for our arrow towers. Spells are a little weak. He does have a base spell that causes 240 damage and then jumps 3 times to other targets. Or we have this amazing base spell, Lightning Strike, which does 1080 damage to an enemy and does do 1 jump. This is a bonus right now. This is a bonus long term. I don't think we're going to put any workers in gold mines, but then again, the lumberjack camps might be beneficial. Yes. Questions. I'm actually going to do the arrow tower range one. Might not seem like a good idea to some, but trust me, either I'm right or I'm dead. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. Now we could do another tower here for 21 wood, or we could do all the other bonuses we were talking about. Is this worth it? I would very much like to have a quarry, though. Start getting some of the stone back up. Because we are going to need it. I think right now we're probably sitting pretty. Let's get on to the next wave. We do need to start extending our area here, though. Or else we're going to start getting overwhelmed. Something very similar to what's going on right now. Oh. Nice try, buddy. Nice try. So we do have a chance here at lucky shot. So arrows from the arrow tower deal more damage and have the chance to fire an additional arrow, which is very, very nice. Burst damage, rapid archer here. Damage per arrow is increased by 39%, but the fire rate is dropped by 20. Not beneficial. Losing fire rate is very, very painful. So I think we're going to go lucky shot. Now, where else do we want to put maybe a runestone tower? This is not a bad spot because it gives it a couple shots as people go around and then come back around again. I think this is pretty darn good. Especially if we give him increased damage. And maybe drop some arc towers around here. I would go here, but this is a lot of wasted space. Do we front load our defenses? That's something we could do. Granted, we could also put a bunch of arrow towers down and really enjoy the benefits of. Drop an arrow tower here. Get our fire rate up. Arrow tower there. Maybe a lightning tower just to really start working on people. We're also going to boost the damage of the tower behind us here. That way if anything goes by, it should be able to clean it up fairly quickly. Ideally. We still have more towers we can drop. What do we want to do? And where do we want to drop them? A little more defense for back home? Sure. This might be better off with the lightning tower. Let's do it. Cleaning up nicely. Very nice. Alright, what else we want to do? Where are we sitting at for... We gotta wait for 120 food to get a new worker. We're at 48. I can bring a trade post, increase our gold income. And let's save for the next turn. Alright, guys, it's starting to get a little bit through. Not too bad, though. Alright, so we do have a chance of getting a relic. We could buy a cost cog. So each economy phase, the upgrade cost of a random tower is reduced by 5 gold. A trophy vial, so it grants 75 gold for each boss defeated. And a guard shield, again, increases life points at the town gate by 10. I'm not going to buy either of those, or any of those. I'm going to save my gold. Now, we do have a couple options. We have a choke point here we can actually stack up on. And we have a choke point down here, which wouldn't be a bad idea to start working on to get filled with towers. So that way it focuses the enemy as they go all the way around. Shock towers, probably not the worst idea in here. Especially seeing as how they can cover pretty much most of the area. Yeah, let's drop a tower in here. And let's do a runestone tower. And let's do a runestone tower that has +4. just to increase its range. Alright, this lovely runestone will give you a little bit extra damage. Let's open up into the next area. Tower's doing work, which is lovely to see. Very nice. Alright, so what we can do is start focusing on... We have a chain echo here. It gives us +1 jumps for our arc tower and +1% damage. Let's do a reroll, see if we get lucky. We did not get lucky. But we can increase the lucky shot chance from our towers, as well as their damage. So that spikes up to 37%, and extra shot chance goes from 13% to 18%. Focus that. Path of Simplicity, the next 5 waves, no elite enemies appear. Or we can go ahead and run the chance for chests containing relics is multiplied by 10. Next 5 waves, spell damage increased by 50%. Let's rock that one. Just in case we need it. We'll put down another shock tower here in the front. And on to the next wave. Wait, we got 100 food. We need 120, don't we? We do. Alright. There's our first boss. Let's see if we can actually beat him. Okay, so our spells are out. But we should be able to get him by the second tower, if nothing else. Very nice. So we got 2 chests we can choose from. We get both of them, by the way. First one gives us a relic, which boosts his damage by 20% for all towers. Very nice. So we are sitting pretty on that one. What's the next chest? We got a legendary banner. So we don't get to reroll these ones. First thing we have is lightning surge. All arc towers hits have a chance to cause max health focus lightning strike, not from jumps. That's a 2.1% chance. The more arc towers we have, of course, that increases the chance all around for everybody. We do rapid archer, which increases our damage per arrow 50% and fire rate minus 15. It's not a bad turn. However, we also have a legendary lucky shot, so we can increase our damage to 89% per hit. And a chance at an extra shot up by 28%. That's actually not bad. In fact, that might actually focus us back into arrow towers instead of stone. This is good. Just so everyone knows, like, this lightning spell deals 2160 damage to a random enemy. The more arc towers we have, the better chance we have of that triggering as a fire. But this is really good. Because that turns our towers. The base damage was 100, now they're doing 209 damage. And there's always that chance they might fire 2 arrows at once. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. Well, we also get our next worker. So let's grab that. And I think if we focus a little bit more into wood and keep our stone around the same, we should actually be pretty darn good. So far, so good. Towers are doing their job. We do have an elite on the field who is not going to survive very long. Beautiful. So we get a choice of resources. I'm actually going to go and say more wood. More wood to stack up at the front end here. Now, what do I want to fill this entire area up with lightning towers? Kind of. But so, why didn't you grab the 2% chance for lightning strike? Because the arrow towers we have in the back are like absolute monsters now. And I think those are great for having for, like, especially the back end here towards the gate. If anything gets through, at least these guys are in a good position where they can deal massive amounts of damage and shoot very, very quickly. What are we doing? 0.59 a second, so a little over 2 shots a second. Or, yeah. If my math is good. I don't think it is. I'm very tired. With that being said, let's kind of drop another tower over here. I think would be beneficial. Maybe. And we'll focus our damage. And let's start expanding out our areas here. So now we got a choice of 3. Ideally, we want to run 1 long. Or 2 long if we can. Keep 1 short. Now, the other thing that we probably want to keep an eye out for is maybe additional jumps for the Arc Tower. You are starting to get a little overwhelmed in the back. Still not too bad, though. And we could spike our lucky shot. We don't have any more rerolls left, so we're kind of have to choose here. Increases each tower's individual critical chance. Very, very small percentage. I think we're gonna stick with the lucky shots. So that does mean we're probably gonna be better off dropping another tower. Another Archer tower. To assist with dealing with a lot of the stuff coming through. At the same time, we'll drop another shock tower. All right. So far, so good. Very nice. Alright, so we have another chance to buy a relic here. What do we got? Trophy vial, so it's 75 gold for each boss defeated. Elixir of Ale Boost, productivity bonus due to beer increased by 20%, which is very nice. Don't know if the tavern and the brewery up and running, though. And boost critical damage by 75% for all towers. We're not going to buy any of those. Not because I don't want to, but because... well... I think we're good without. We can grab Swift Service, increase it by another 10%. Again, not being supplied by beer, so it's not exactly a big thing. We can spend a little gold for it, though. Oh, we grab the full 40%? Why not? Why not? Just makes sense. And let's drop another arrow tower here. Alright, let's start running the other way here. See if we can drag this out. Alright, so now we got these 3 blue health bar gentlemen. These guys actually spawn into smaller enemies when they're killed. So I'm very interested to see if we can handle that with our current setup. That's going to require all of our towers, I think. But we did it! Alright. So we want to reroll this or we want to keep it? Spell damage is increased by 50%. It's very nice. Or we can do construction cost reduction by 25%. Again, very beneficial. Especially since we're not spending our gold on towers for upgrades. I think we run that for a bit. What else are we looking at here? Another archer tower, maybe? Something to assist in the back line. And ideally, I would very much like another runestone tower. But where to put it? Doesn't help anyone there. That's all. That might be helpful there. Let's see. I got more spawn points unlocked here. So far, so good. We have some getting through, but there's another rune tower that have to go by. Oh, that's not going to be good. And we're going to take some hits here. Oof. We might need some more towers in the back line, just in case. So we could focus a rune tower, so the longer they keep on targeting the same enemy, the more damage they do per second. Or we can increase the fire rate of our archer towers to 64%, which is... Our rune towers jump around a fair bit. Now, on the larger targets, this is great. But I think for everything else in the back end, this might be a better choice. Where do we want to put our support towers here? Only build one. And we can do some mortars. We can also do a raven tower. Give the raven tower a heck of good range. Why not? Our volcano towers. And drop one there. Damage is good. Fire rate is terrible. But again, the Raven Tower is 0.1 a second. So it is very, very terrible. Let's focus on maybe getting that fire rate up a little bit. We're spent. That's about all we get. Is there a point in having anyone else on food still? Not at the moment. Let's focus more on wood and stone. Alright, so we have one elite on the board so far. We're getting chewed up pretty good. Alright, so there's a chest from the elites. Tower's cleaning up our fast movers that we're getting through with last time. Very nice. Let's check and see what the elite gave us. Wood, stone, or food? Well, food's not exactly a big thing at the moment. I'm going to say we could probably benefit a little bit more from more wood. Why more wood? Well, we could probably drop some more archer towers down. Where would be good? Ideally, before the paths diverge would be best. Another volcano tower. I want to do two. So they have decent range here, why not? Splash damage is splash damage. Let's set all of our towers to the same. You can do that by selecting and then pressing H. Sets all towers of the exact same type to the exact same auto level, which is very nice. And run out some more areas and see what we got. Ah, now we get the guys with the shields. Not exactly surviving very long either. Which is perfect, it's what I want to see. That is a whole mess of everybody coming through. But I think we handled that quite well. Very nice. Alright, so I don't want to rebuild any towers on this side of this choke point. But we do have a couple other options we can go ahead and add. We can put more shock towers down if we want. We have an option for another runic tower. It's no height bonuses, but maybe having a little extra oomph on the front end here is not a bad thing. And how about some archer towers? What are we looking at? Or a chance for double shot, why not? Alright, let's run these areas back. Not bad, not bad. So far. Kind of running a stress test here. And we do have guys getting through in the back. Throw a spell down just in case. Oh, I missed that one. We're gonna take some damage. Ah, that was too blah. We can increase the fire rate of towers and the radius of each runestone tower. There's a couple towers that would benefit from that one. When the Raven Tower kills an enemy, it deals damage to nearby enemies based on the maximum HP of the defeated enemy. So splash damage of 4%. We can also run arc towers. Deal increased damage against enemies with more than 70% health. Gives a special damage of 48%. Let's increase... fire rate's only 3%. Let's run opening blitz. Unfortunately, we don't have any gold to buy any relics here towards turn 19, but that's okay. We do have something on the ground here, which gives us more resources. Let's grab more stone. What would be good? Probably drop another runestone tower here if I wanted to. Just so that we can focus on guys coming through. Another arrow tower maybe towards the back. And we're all spent out. All right. How are we doing so far? No one's really getting around that point yet. Oh, here we go. Slowly overwhelming us, but not bad. Managed to do it. Next 5 waves. Spell damage increased by 50%. We could probably use that for sure. Another banner on the ground. What do we got? Wood, gold, and food. Don't really need more wood. Really use more stone. So they don't need food. Let's do gold. just because... Let's see if we increase your damage a little bit. Alright, once more with feeling. Iron Bane the Ruthless is on the field. Boss level, here we go. And we're getting work done. Some work. Will it be enough? That's the $1 million question right there. Looks like it might actually be. We have to survive, though. And I'm all out of spells. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dead on wave 19. Ah. So close. So very close. Yeah, we had just... If we had maybe... one more tower. We actually killed the boss, which is disappointing. But that's what I get for turning down those relics for increasing the hit points of our gate, eh? Nuts. Probably one more tower in the back would have been better than one more tower up front. Hey! Live and learn. That's the whole point of the game, though. Not every run is going to be a guaranteed victory, despite having everything unlocked. So there you go. You got to think a little bit ahead. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's about all the time we got for today. I hope you enjoyed this one. Unfortunately, we didn't get a victory, but we'll see. We will see. In the meantime, stay safe, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, all.
I'm inbound on your starboard. 7 high tech. Eat this, toaster. Target acquisition is screwed. Give me manual controls now.